7 people continue to recover after last week's B-17 plane crash at Bradley International Airport that killed 7 others. Thanks for joining us, everyone, on this Monday. I'm Chris Pisano.
And I'm Beth Ward. Western Mass News reporter Caroline Powers joins us now live from Westfield Barnes Regional Airport as they welcome a B-17 for an event this weekend. Caroline?
Beth and Chris, Andy Barrett from South Hadley and Thomas and Linda Schmidt from Feeding Hills were on that B-17 just like this one that crashed last week at Bradley International Airport. The 3 are among 7 survivors. They still have a long road of recovery ahead of them.
Very shocked, surprised, and concerned. Such an unfortunate accident that nobody could ever predict. It was just so sad. And apparently, from what I've heard, we're lucky there were any survivors at all.
Agawam Mayor William Sapelli says the news of Wednesday's deadly B-17 plane crash at Bradley International Airport is heartbreaking. But hearing Thomas and Linda Schmidt, 2 longtime members of his community, were on board and survived is a miracle.
A couple from Feeding Hills that have 3 grown children, and it was very disconcerting to hear the severity of their injuries, and we wish them the best and a speedy recovery. And I know the family at this time is very close family, and they're spending a lot of time with their parents.
On board with the Schmidts, Andy Barrett from South Hadley. Andy posted this photo of the World War II era plane Thursday morning. He says he wanted everyone to know he is pretty banged up, but alive and well. Western Mass News has found a GoFundMe page for Andy that has raised thousands of dollars. His wife posted an update on Saturday saying, "Each day, Andy is able to see out of his eye a bit more, and his aches and pains are becoming less." She goes on, "Fortunately, Andy was able to walk away from this horrific accident with injuries, but ultimately with his life. A few were not so lucky. And I ask that you please keep those individuals' families in your thoughts. I cannot begin to imagine what they're feeling." Of the 7 killed in Wednesday's crash, James Roberts from Ludlow and David Broderick from West Springfield. The plane that crashed at Bradley International Airport last week, that B-17 was owned by the Collins Foundation. This one here at Westfield Barnes Regional Airport is owned by the EAA. Now, after a break from giving the public rides this past weekend, they do plan to take people up this weekend as they continue to do a number of critical safety checks. Live in Westfield, I'm Caroline Powers for Western Mass News.